Okay folks, I just can't walk away from this thing not knowing what the heck's wrong with it. Well, I pulled up some information online. I just plugged in the model number of this, which is AVS500, Altec Lansing of course. And our website pop up. It's called Fixya. And I think this was originally where I'd seen the information on this piece of equipment before. And the question was, I have a rippling vibration in the subwoofer. Seems to be transformer related. Well, as you can see on this board, there's no transformer. The only transformer is that big son of a gun up there. It puts out 18 volts DC back into the system here. Now I did test. There is about 0.25 volts coming out going to that subwoofer when it starts bouncing all around, but there's no voltage coming back to any of the inputs, which I don't really understand why it has two inputs and whatever. So I got to reading some information, and the first suggestion was to replace this 2200 UF cap, which we did, and obviously that made a little difference, to be honest with you, because before the hum was just whoa, just like that. I mean, just like the AC version that you hear in an old tube radio. I mean, it just constant hum no matter what. You couldn't hear nothing over it, and I didn't even have these two control speakers plugged into it. That was just with the DC power supply plugged into this inside of the box, and it was just giving that speaker all kinds of hell. But it also suggests once you replace that, inside the base there are three 6-watt plus 6-watt stereo amplifier 9-pin ICs, which is this one, and this one. And these are a TDA 2007A 6-watt stereo amplifier IC with a 1 voltage regulator built in. And these handle the lows, the front two speakers and the back two speakers, which would explain why this thing gets so hot. Because this one and this one's cooking and this one ain't doing nothing, and I don't have the back speakers plugged in, so it must be back and front and then sub, or I would assume this one's a sub because that's where the sub speakers come in right here. So front and subs, what I'm guessing. But I looked these up online, and this whole package cost like 20 bucks when it was new back in early 2000, 2001. There's the little pin right there, the 9-pin IC plug. And these price out just about $2.90 a piece. So yeah, there's about $9 worth of ICs right there. Not to mention the $4 cap I replaced. So yeah, you're pushing the replacement price of this whole thing all in all. And I'm also, here in the last half hour or so, I've tested a few more caps, and boy, what I'm finding, just it doesn't add up. I mean, I've got some that are just so far out of tolerance. There's one here that was a 100 and only tests in at about 63. But as crazy as that sounds, I found a couple comments on the website where people have plugged these in, or once they have started humming, even though they sound horrible, they still play music. The audio's still heard. And that's actually the case with this one. We still have audio, stereo audio, out of both the front speakers, and while this speaker over here is blah 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 blah, you still have bass response while it's bouncing it up and down. So let me plug it in, I'll show you. It's something else. And let's find that. There it is. It'll be kind of noisy, so bear with me. See what I'm saying? And once it's on, it's on. There goes the speaker. And it plays. How crazy is that? It's obviously got an intermittent problem somewhere. That is not good. But I'm amazed that the thing will even play altogether. And no longer than that was on, that plate is just hot as can be. You can hold on to it a little bit. And see, there's very little heat right there. A lot of heat right there. Quite a bit of heat over that one, and this little resistor is just scalding hot. So that's very interesting that it will still play. So, you know, where does that lead us now? Any comments or questions you have regarding this, please feel free to leave a comment. I'm open to any suggestions. This is just a piece of crap I'm screwing around with. It's nothing that belongs to anybody. I just wonder if anybody's ever seen anything quite like this before. So, enjoy. We'll be back before long with more.